Hey y'all, good evening. 9/5/2020. Welcome. I hope my message is finding you well. Today's message topic or word is enlighten. So what is enlighten, right? What is it? Enlighten. My friend Merriam-Webster says the definition of enlighten is to furnish knowledge to, like instruct, right? So we're giving a little bit of instruction and taking some instruction. But the second example is what I'm feeling, to give spiritual insight to. Then the second term, archaic, is illuminate, right? Light up, right? So everything starts to just fall together. Everything we're talking about, illuminate, light up your world, light up your life. That's what we need to do. It's the most important things, and these things are almost free. You just got to have just a peace of mind, right? You got to have a clear conscience and a soul ready to receive all the goodness, right? We were made to receive good things. So I'm telling you, the time is now, right? The time is now. So we need to get closer with our God, and we just need to remember that He's there to protect us and instill all the best things in our lives. But nothing is easy, right? So we can go back to talking about humble or something like that. Maybe a little humble pie. It's not bad to be humble, but listen, it's about love too, right? We want to receive the light, so we got to do the right things, and loving is the most important key. I'll say it again and again. Love is the only thing this world needs to cure it all, right? Send everybody home. Just love. Just one word, love, right? But we got to open up our hearts to be able to do so. So that's what we're doing tonight, right? Enlighten, to illuminate. All right. So 9 ways to achieve spiritual enlightenment. Number 1, be honest with yourself. If you're not honest to yourself, you can't have a clear conscience. If you don't have a clear conscience, you're not going to get very far, right? Because you got to be right with yourself. And that means heart, mind, soul, your body, right? You got to be right with it. Because in order to fix something that's broken, not only do you have to understand what that thing is, you need to embrace it and get rid of it, right? All right, number 2, kill your ego. If you got a big ego, just remember, there's somebody more important than you are, right? Almighty God, He's so important. But the thing is you can't have an ego and love at the same time. Are you out there? Number 3, forgive people and yourself. Listen, forgiveness is a huge, huge thing. If we can't forgive for something wrong that happened in our lives, we certainly can't get past it, right? But even if you didn't do anything wrong, there still has to be forgiveness there, because if there was an issue that created such a bad thing inside you, right? If there was something so big that created something so big inside you, obviously we need to fix it, right? So let it go. You got to forgive, right? Even if you didn't create it, you got to forgive. Because I'm sure whatever happened, maybe there was anger involved, right? So I think on a 2-way street, the right way for forgiveness is a heartfelt apology, right? Sharing in love, maybe a cup of coffee, but admitting your faults, apologizing, meaning them words, and moving forward under God, right? We all get lifted up together. So we got to find ways to overcome some of the negative things in our life. So how do we do that? There's only one answer. It's by the grace of God, right? Number 4, embrace your fears, right? So first you got to understand what's the reason you're scared of that item, or why you fear whatever it is, right? For me, and I've never been afraid of heights or anything else, but as I get older, when I get up off the ground, I start feeling a little bit queasy, right? And my legs start shaking. I got to remember, hey, listen, you got work to do, right? And this ain't nothing. It's like riding a bike. Something you've done before very, very well. So sometimes we forget based on the fear of. But just like walking forward, God's got your back, right? It's important. Number 5, meditation. Probably one of the best ways to get in contact with yourself and God is to meditate on it. And that's also the way I learned to listen to God, right? To actually center yourself in meditation, right? And you have that question in your mind. I learned this, Arlen Buckley. If you're watching, I know you sat through it with me. But it's how you listen to God, and basically what you do is you meditate, and then soon as you get into that spiritual awareness, we'll say, or being spiritually awake and in tune, and not letting anything else interfere, write a question down on a piece of paper for God, right? And then without thinking, start writing. Pretty powerful. You'd be surprised, but that pen doesn't just stop. I mean, I've done that, and that's just living proof that He has part in everything we do. So listen, if you have an issue, meditate on the problem, whatever it is, the problem that you find, that darkness that's in your soul or in your heart or in your mind, that hurt, right? Once you target it, you get rid of it, right? Like a soldier, you find that problem, you eliminate it, whatever it is. This one's personal, right? But we only need one thing other than love. It's G-O-D. You heard me? Number 6, prayers and pilgrimages. Though religion and spirituality are different concepts that do not depend on each other, both of them help you understand things through a different and compelling perspective. Every religion has a particular method of prayer and expect its believers to make pilgrimages. Sorry, I'm not used to that word. Anyway, prayer is much like physical meditation in that it helps you achieve serenity and to experience connection with the soul of nature, or in religious terminology, with God. Pilgrimages are much like traveling experiences where you meet different people that build your viewpoint and help you relax, calm down, and achieve peace of mind and soul. That's a good one. Number 7, detach yourself from worldly things. So if it's a worldly thing or an object that has you all tied up, all your time is thinking about that object when it should be thinking about the things that are right in front of you. So if we spend time thinking about the things that we can't change, even if it's a boat ride on our special boat or whatever it is, right? Without God, we can't enjoy it and we can't utilize our time, right? So the most important thing, one, is to look to Him, embrace that light, right? He's going to show us ways to be more effective with our time and the things that we do to better ourselves, to better our lives, to better each other's lives. Are you out there? All right, number 8 says learn yoga, but I'm not even going to go there because I can't bend that way and I can't think about it. So if you do yoga, very cool. But I'm going to take number 8 out of the equation because it's just not in my spiritual sense, right? If God wanted me to do the splits and back bends and stuff like that, He might have made me a gal. Not saying that there's anything wrong with it. I just think yoga's not me. I can't bend that way. Next. Oh, that's not a good one either. I'm going to tell you anyway what it says. It says taking psychedelics. Apparently, you got to see the color to see the color, but it's not true. It's not true. I understand what psychedelics are about and what they do. But I'm going to tell you, this is an extremely different type of light. Well, you might see some of them same colors, but it's not under God's grace. This is free. You don't have to take medication or jump into psychedelics. So we're going to jump on to the next one. If you really want a psychedelic feeling, embrace God and let Him come into you full time because it just gets real. Whew. I haven't done that in a while either. All right, listen. So what does the Bible say about enlightening. All right, so you got to look at a few: enlighten, enlightenment, enlightening, and that's where the topics come in. So Ephesians chapter 1 verse 18 says, having the eyes of your hearts enlightened, that you may know what is the hope to which he has called you, what are the riches of his glorious inheritance in the saints. Next, Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4, this says, in their case, the God of this world was blinded the minds of the unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. I get it. I got it all in my chest, but it's a warm, fuzzy feeling, right? Because I know he's so close. He just gives me that feeling. It's so important. It's so awesome, and you can't replace it. So let's go on. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19 says, and we have something more sure, the prophetic word to which you will do to pay attention as to a lamp shining in a dark place, until the day dawns and the morning star rises in your hearts. See, hearts, love, right? But we can't have mixed emotions, and we can't have darkness in the way of that light or that love in which God so loves, in which he really created us to do, right? So we really have some phenomenal qualities. And a lot of people don't know them qualities, right? Because we're all a little bit shy, right? Doesn't matter what we are, who we look like, or whatever. You know, we all have a bit of a shyness, and it just comes from acceptance, right? It's whether or not we're going to be accepted. But the thing is knowing that it's not important what anybody says, right? Because that goes back to judgment, right? We've talked about judgment. It's not their place, right? That's like saying, okay, red pill is truth, blue is lies, corruption, deceit, socialism, whatever. It's just one of them things, right? So you always want the truth. You got to have the truth in your heart, in your mind, in your body, in your soul. You got to be able to see it and decipher it, because it's right there. I encourage you to take an extra walk with God tonight, right? Just get out there. Spend some time with him. You'd be surprised what he does to enrich our lives, and it all starts with just being under what he created. Being under what he created. That is certainly free. And listen, you can do that at your home. Go outside, wait for them stars to come out, right? Connect with it. Watch the light. Watch the purple and the green and everything. Check out the moon. See the rainbow around it, right? If that's not a start to heaven on earth and being able to visually see that, I think it's so awesome. Sorry, I got off topic. Colossians chapter 1, verse 15. He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. Oh, man, in this song, it's perfect. At the mention of your name. Oh, Colossians, we just did that. Philippians chapter 2, verse 6. Who, though he was in the form of God, did not count on equality with God a thing to be grasped. Philippians 1 verse 6, and I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. Whew. That's a lot. I feel it. I feel it. Listen, I love you all. Know that. You're all important, right? We're all important. Again, we need that armor of God. We need that strength, right? It's not about fear. It's about coming together, because us together are a lot more, a lot stronger, right? And all of us under God, if he be for us, who be against us? Amen. Share this message. Share this message tonight and join me tomorrow, right? We don't know what the word topic is going to bring, but I'm sure God will put it in me. Embrace the day. Right? I love y'all. God bless our country. God bless our president. God bless you. All of us. God bless the world. There's a lot of people who need us. And there's a lot of people that could use this message to get to the next level with G-O-D. Till tomorrow, be well.